200 years ago, this restaurant opened its doors, and they haven't closed since. It's the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the country, serving just about everyone who's come through Boston, from presidents to actors and athletes. But is it simply coasting on its history, or does the food actually hold up? Today, we're trying the Union Oyster House. I have actually been here before a really long time ago when I was really young. It is the most touristy restaurant in all of Boston. So the prices are gonna be a little bit more than you'd find at a hole-in-the-wall kind of spot, but people come here for the history anyway, so we just wanted to see how the food holds up. The Union Oyster House opened in 1826 on Union Street in Boston's historic downtown. The building is actually much older, built so long ago that they weren't keeping records at the time. But its first known use was as a silk and dry goods store in 1742. It would become home to the Massachusetts Spy, the oldest newspaper in the country, then a pay station for troops in the Revolutionary War, and even housed the exiled future king of France, Louis Philippe, who taught French lessons there in 1796. Finally, in 1826, it would take on its final form as the Atwood and Bacon Oyster House, later renamed to the Union Oyster House, which holds the distinction of being the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the United States. Over the years, it has welcomed a long list of famous patrons, most notably Daniel Webster, who is known to consume dozens of oysters in one sitting, and President John F. Kennedy, who often dined in what is now known as the Kennedy booth. Apparently, this is their most requested table, although I'm not sure I'd recommend it, unless you like people constantly coming over to take pictures. The restaurant has been designated a National Historic Landmark, and Taste Atlas ranked it 35th on their list of the 150 most legendary restaurants in the world, the 5th highest in the country behind Katz's, Peter Luger, Joe's Stone Crab, and Hyman's Seafood. Looks like we've got a trip to Charleston in our future. If you're coming here, you obviously have to like seafood, but really if you're coming to Boston in general, you have to like seafood because the seafood here is some of the best. The menu has a lot of the iconic, freshly caught New England staples like oysters, clams, and lobster. We're also gonna get their broiled Boston Scrod and Boston cream pie that were both invented just up the road at the Parker House, where we're actually staying and trying tomorrow. So we thought it would be a good comparison. In addition to the more traditional things that we're trying, they do have some interesting options like a fried oyster roll and Thai fish tacos. Their crab cakes are supposed to be fantastic as well. Our waiter said the fish and chips and seafood platter are very popular, and they have some unique themed cocktails.
They start you off with homemade cornbread, and it smells so good. It's not warm, but it is nice and moist. It's got like the perfect little crumble to it. The flavor is there. It is so good.
Ooh. That's good. The top is crunchy, the inside is moist.
Mine is definitely
Yours
not
is
crunchy.
not as crunchy as mine.
No.
But I like it. Since we were here at 11 a.m. and we're ordering pretty much all raw seafood, this cornbread was a welcomed way to start the meal. Despite being room temperature, it was surprisingly moist but not too buttery. All right, time for the clam chowder. I think this is the thing that I was most excited to try. They say the recipe hasn't changed much in 200 years, which is crazy. I don't want to be sacrilege, but I am going to doctor up a bit. I feel like you have to have your clam chowder with a bit of pepper on top. I mean, look at that. It looks beautiful.
It does look really good.
A few crackers. Come on.
Thanks. All right. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's give this a try. Wow, that is without a doubt the thickest clam chowder I've ever had. It's salty, it's briny, it's not fishy though. We're not really like oyster and clam people per se. Like I like them, I just don't really have them all that often. But this is fantastic.
Oh my goodness, that is so good. I need another bite.
Yes, it does.
It's so nice and creamy. You get some pieces of clam. There's this meat flavor from the bacon. It is so flavorful.
I'll bring the bill for you.
This went way too quick. We should have ordered a bowl each.
We should have.
We just have way too much food coming.
We're gonna be fighting over those last few bites.
The clam chowder was easily the highlight of the meal. It's salty and briny, but not overly fishy. There's a hint of sweetness from the onions and savoriness from the bacon. Even if you just wanted to come here for a few oysters, you should be getting the chowder as well. Next up was the cold seafood sampler that comes with 2 freshly shucked oysters, 2 cherry stone clams, and 3 shrimp.
Well, we couldn't come to the Union Oyster House and not get at least some oysters. It's really good. Salty, briny, a little like ocean flavor, but not overwhelming or anything. Honestly, I liked it a lot. I guess I probably should have doctored it up since we're only getting 1 each. All right, let's go with these shrimps. That cocktail sauce has a nice like bite. The shrimp is really snappy and nice and cold. All right, last but not least, these cherry stone clams. Like I said, we're not really, I don't know when the last time I had a clam was, to be honest, and he said if you're not really a fan of like strongly ocean flavored things, you probably won't like these, so I'm very curious how this is going to be.
I feel like you don't like it.
Okay, it's very interesting because I feel like the oyster has more of like a flavor that distinguishes it from just like ocean flavor. This to me tastes like I just got a face full of waves.
Oh my goodness.
That's literally what this tastes like. I don't really taste anything other than just like salt seawater. But I mean, it's good. I feel like it would have been better with like a little bit of salt and Tabasco on it. But you know, when you only get one, you only get one chance.
You need more salt, even though it tastes like seawater.
Yeah, salt's probably not the right thing for that. Maybe some pepper. And you needed like a little spice. I feel like some spice would have been nice on that.
All right, I think I'm gonna doctor mine up a little bit. I might do a little lemon and a little horseradish. I guess while I'm squeezing the lemon, I'll just kind of drizzle it on everything. Okay, perfect. Wow. That is really good. Definitely briny. The horseradish added that little kick that I feel like it needed. That is so good.
I feel like this is one of the hardest foods we've ever had to describe.
Yeah.
It's just, they taste like just salt water, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like everyone knows what an oyster tastes like, but it's definitely briny. It's very fresh. It's just got great flavor to it. I don't know. I really like it.
We need someone who's like an oyster expert to show us like the difference between an excellent oyster and just a pretty good oyster.
That's true. That is very true. Okay. Let's do the shrimp. So snappy, so nice and cold. Now onto this clam. Do you think I should put some horseradish on this too?
Yeah, he said horseradish and cocktail sauce is his favorite combo.
Okay, let's do it. What's tough is I feel like with the cocktail sauce and the horseradish, like I didn't really taste the clam itself all that much, so it's kind of hard to say what it tastes like. It's nice and meaty. It definitely tastes like a wave to your face. It's just like saltwater, ocean.
Yeah, it's funny because it's so much meatier than the oyster, but has more of a saltwater taste, actually.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely very different. And the aftertaste is like very ocean forward.
This lobster roll looks fantastic. So they have a hot and cold lobster roll on the menu. I think I'm a little bit more of a fan of a hot lobster roll, but he said that the cold lobster rolls are actually made fresh to order and that the hot lobster rolls are prepared the day before. So he highly recommended this one. I had to really get in there to get a good piece of lobster, but it is so tender and juicy. It tastes really fresh. The lobster roll is just a little bit toasted, so it adds like a nice crunch. These fries look delicious, although I don't think they gave us all that much. Usually when we're filming these, we munch on the fries like while we're getting some of the other shots, and we didn't even do that here. Like this is just the portion that they came with, but let's give it a try.
I know we opted to get the carrots, but I wish we got more fries.
We should have gotten more fries instead of carrots. That's so good. Little salt, little pepper, crispy, perfectly soft inside, really warm. Yeah, we should have got these instead of the carrots.
It's fully loaded. Look at how much lobster is in this thing. And it is just so sweet. It tastes so fresh. It's got a nice coating of mayo. Honestly, hitting the spot.
We also got the broiled Boston Scrod, which I believe is cod that's broiled and topped with breadcrumbs, lemon, and butter. Let's give it a try. That is fantastic. When we were thinking of what to order, I was a little like hesitant to order this at 11 a.m. And that's not like first thing in the morning, but still. I feel like it just looks so simple, but it's honestly really good. It's just a lot of butter, a lot of lemon. It's lean, it's flaky, not like a fishy flavor at all. I'm really glad we got this.
Yeah, it's nice and simple. The breading doesn't really give too much of a crunch. And to me, it's like a little more on the bland side. It's definitely got a nice buttery flavor. There's a small hint of lemon. It is nice and flaky. It tastes very fresh. It's good.
Well, last but not least, the Boston cream pie. This has got to be the most touristy food to get in all of Boston, but we're tourists and we had to try it. Honestly, this one looks so different from the one at the Parker House that we're gonna have tomorrow. It's much more like a slice of cake, actually. It looks decadent too. There's like this whole layer of like the cream in the middle that is really sweet. The cake is a lot more like airy and moist than I was expecting, but the cream is so rich, and honestly, it's a lot stronger of a chocolate flavor than I thought too. Like, I didn't even get this like chocolate icing top. I really just got the bottom, which is mostly just like this sponge cake part, but still like the chocolate flavor is really strong. I think it's a little decadent and sweet for me, but it's good. I'm curious to try the one tomorrow and see how that compares.
I agree, a little more decadent than I would like as well in a dessert, but it does have good like cake to cream ratio. It is more chocolatey than I was expecting. Just like really sweet. Honestly, a little too sweet for me.
Kind of reminds me of that like Entenmann's like boxed cake. You know that one?
Oh, a little. The cake is so moist.
Yeah, the cake is really moist. I just think it's like a little much for me.
It's a little much.
Well, I am so glad we were able to try the Union Oyster House. I mean, listen, the food is not groundbreaking. It's all about the experience, and this is an experience that you really can't get anywhere. It's literally the oldest continuously operated restaurant in the entire country. So just the history alone is worth giving it a stop, and I really don't think that you'll be disappointed in the food, especially the raw seafood and the clam chowder. I mean, that clam chowder could have been the best clam chowder I've ever had. So I don't know, I'd recommend just getting a spot at that oyster bar, having some oysters and clams, and definitely don't skip the clam chowder. But if you've ever been, we would love to know what you thought of it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.